Well, the trial against Enyobeni Tavern owners Siya and Vuyokazi Ndevu has resumed in East London. They face charges of selling liquor to persons under the age of 18. 21 young people lost their lives in the tragedy last year. A witness told the court he smelt pepper spray hours after he got to the tavern on the night of that tragedy. Our reporter Ronald Musinda joins us now. Ronald, you've been following this story for us very closely, of course. From today's proceedings, what's the latest and what can you tell us?
Well, we do have breaking news, Baron, and this pertains to the legal woes that keep mounting for Siya and Vuyokazi Ndevu. A short while ago, we saw some commotion outside of court. This followed the court papers that they received, that they were given about 30 days to remove the top structure of Enyobeni Tavern. Now, we do know that in the past, this tavern used to have a single story, and it seems like they didn't get the correct approval from the municipality to build on a double story at Enyobeni Tavern. And what we heard earlier on in the court was witness 5 and 6 give testimony. The fifth witness was an 18-year-old who we couldn't show his face, but he basically was one of the survivors from that massacre where 21 young people lost their lives, and he was describing a situation where they were locked inside a room where they were trying to break out of this room that was overcrowded, and some pandemonium was created after pepper spray was used, and this led to a lot of the young people who were inside the venue choking, some gasping for air, and he was lucky to punch his way outside of that particular venue. But we also heard from a witness number 6. Now, she was a former bodyguard at Enyobeni Tavern, Tembi Sadiko, describing how it was seemed to be allowed to have young people within that particular venue. She says that at the time they were also understaffed. She was working with another colleague by the name of Speech, and that they had flagged their concerns with regards to the overcrowded venue with management eNCA and Ndevu, and those calls seem to have fallen on deaf ears. She says that when they were working as bouncers, that they never really looked into how old people were, and that IDs and those kind of checks were not conducted. So she gave testimony, and of course the defense lawyer also questioned as to where her whereabouts were when young people were allowed in the venue. Temisa Diko saying during her testimony that she felt so sick and tired of her cries not being met by the owners, that she herself went into the venue and partied with her girlfriend. The courts now will hear more tomorrow when the case resumes.
Now, Ronald, of course, we know that, there are 21 young people that lost their lives in this case. It's a case that definitely needs a lot of attention because there are families waiting for justice to be served. And so far, it seems like they haven't received what they need, from this case and from this whole investigation into what exactly happened. How is the community, how are they coping? How are they feeling? I mean, it's now been so long already. But of course, there must still be some sort of sadness and concern regarding all of this.
And one of the main concerns is that when I spoke to quite a number of the parents of the deceased, they are not sure as to how long this matter will drag on. They've been waiting for 10 months for this trial to start, and what we understand is that from the 6 state witnesses, we are expecting at least 4 more to take to the stand, but things have slowly been progressing today after hearing from witness 5 and 6. But the concerns, however, are how long will this case resume, because not only are we dealing with issues such as more witnesses that might come up here, but also load shedding has also played a role in the delays in this particular case. But the families are hoping that justice will finally be served. They've been saying that this family who is behind Enyobeni Tavern has shown no remorse since the deaths of 21 young people, the youngest, of course, being 13 years old.
Thank you so much, Ronald, for that update. We will definitely keep a close eye on that case.